What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Hog Line Podcast. You are listening to episode 25 of the podcast. Today, I've got two guests on. If you checked Instagram, you know who is on making his debut today. But first, we have a returning guest to the show. This is his third episode. Austin Carroll, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, he was on a few episodes ago. Had him back. And the debut episode of Big Bad Brown Austin. He's in the building, folks.
Yes, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you, Mitchell. It's been a long time coming, and I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah, you guys are in for a treat. All the listeners out there, you're in for a treat.
Yes, definitely. It'll be very entertaining.
They have no idea what's coming. It's gonna be great.
Now you're putting pressure on me.
They're gonna witness firsthand the chemistry between White and Brown Austin.
Oh yeah.
This is a treat for
versus
you.
Versus the world.
Absolutely, this is a treat for you folks.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna get into it. Just to give you a brief overview of the topics today, we're gonna be talking a lot about the NBA. We're gonna be discussing the MVP race. Brown Austin's a big James Harden guy.
Huge fan. I'm a huge Harden fan.
Huge Harden fan. We'll be talking about that for a while. Then we'll be discussing our thoughts on the NBA All-Star rosters. The starters were announced a few days ago, and the reserves will be announced later this week, I believe on Thursday. And then they do like a little draft thing. Like that's how they do it. Like they pick the two captains, which are Giannis and LeBron, and then they just pick from the pool of players that were selected. And so we'll be talking about our thoughts on the starters that were already selected and voted in, and then who we think might be on the reserves and all that. Then we'll maybe be talking about like the second half of the NBA season, how we see things shaking up there. Austin's gonna go on a little tirade about Antonio Brown and his mustache and his personal hygiene decisions. Then I'm gonna at the end of the show, I'm gonna ask these guys just a bunch of questions that I came up with. And they don't know what the questions are, and we're gonna have some debates about them. It's gonna be fun.
Should be interesting.
Yeah. All right, we'll get right into it. Our first order of business, MVP of the NBA. In my opinion, it's a one-man race, but I don't know if these guys are gonna. I know Brown also won't have any counterpoints to this, but I don't know. This might just be like a glorified thing for James Harden, just boosting his ego here, but.
You think James Harden?
I mean, I think it's obvious.
Who doesn't?
I would love to see James Harden win the MVP again. I mean, obviously, I'm a big fan, right? So I'd love to see him again, and he's killing it right now. He's absolutely killing it. When was the last time he had less than 30 points in the game? Amazing job. Everybody says, oh, it's the free throws. So what if he knows how to draw the foul? That makes him that much better of a basketball player.
It's an art.
It really is. I would love to see him win the NBA MVP again. Nobody else would love to see it more than me. However, I think Giannis really deserves it this season. Giannis has been killing it. He's having a monster year. I think Giannis deserves it more than Harden.
This is a.
I didn't see this coming.
Yeah, this is a parallel to back in my episode when I was picking against Patrick Mahomes, my pride and joy.
Yeah,
this is a surprise to me. But
I think this is just like you don't want to jinx it, both of you. Like when you picked against Mahomes and he's now saying Giannis.
Yeah.
Right.
But, I mean, yesterday he had 35. 35? Okay, I was going to say 37. He had 35 points, and I'm like, wow, like that's kind of a bad game, but it's 35 points. If anyone else scored 35 points,
it did bring down his average for the year.
Oh, wow.
That's just like proves right then and there, like
61 points in the Garden.
If you have 35,
legendary game.
If you have 35 points in a game and it brings your average down, I don't know. I feel like you just give whoever that is the MVP right then and there. But I mean, I wrote down his season averages at the moment. He's got averages 36.2 a game, 8.2 rebounds, 6.5 assists, 2.1 steals, shoots 43% from the field and 37% from behind the arc. I don't know. Those numbers are better than last year when he won, and even 2 years ago when he arguably could have won, but Westbrook won. So
yeah, with all those stats, one stat that really stands out over these past couple games is 298 points in a row unassisted.
Yeah,
Wow.
I
And
knew.
if that doesn't
Wow.
tell you anything about James Harden's dominance, not only for his whole team, like the Rockets, I don't know what does. Those are MVP numbers. If you have that stat, it's pretty unanimous.
It kind of like I wrote this down. It speaks to like his team that's out there right now. Capella has been out for 2 weeks. He'll probably be out for another 2 or 3 weeks. So they're doing it without one of the best young big men in the league, probably their third best player. And then Chris Paul, their second best player, has been out for about a month with a hamstring injury. So he's been really by himself with no other legitimate stars in the team. I know, Eric Gordon's like a very solid player in his own right, but doing it without his 2 other stars. So, and they're 28-20, fifth in the West, very competitive. It can change like in a game or whatever, but they have the wins to back it up. And I know you said Giannis and all, and he's got like his team, whatever first. They're first in the East. Yeah, they're not
They
second.
are.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't know. Obviously he's having a very special year as well. I feel like with Giannis, every year, like in the first quarter of the season, people say he's the MVP, and then he
right?
always
They-
kind of
they
fades
feel like
away.
that.
But maybe this is a year that I think he's definitely gonna be a finalist. I don't know who, like if it were today, it'd be them two, and I don't know who else you could say as maybe Curry as a finalist. I don't really know, but
Yeah, those two are definitely going to be in the talks. As the season winds down, but you could definitely see Giannis try to pull off, sort of a run for him, even like an even bigger run for himself. Like you said, once those guys come back for the Rockets, we could see a little small decline in James Harden's production, but it seems like Giannis is, the guy for the Bucks moving forward.
yeah, I mean that is a good point. Like with Capella coming back, I mean he's still out for a little while longer, but with him coming back and Chris Paul coming back, it's reasonable, and it will happen where he'll have like he won't have to score at this ridiculous rate for them to keep winning. So
Plus, the Bucks have more to lose.
yeah,
They're defending that top seed in the East.
yeah, yeah. That's definitely a good point.
I mean, I just wish the Bucks were more of a playoff team. I mean, I'd love to see the Bucks go to the finals. This
I
year.
wouldn't.
Really? Why not?
Look at the shirt I'm wearing right now. Why would I want the
come
Bucks?
on.
Why would I want the
Yeah,
Bucks to
yeah,
go to the
yeah,
finals?
yeah.
We're talking to a Celtics fan right here.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, by the time this episode's up, the Celtics and Warriors play tonight, and by the time this is up, the game will be over. But I'm hoping we have pulled that victory off by the time this is up. So
Are they playing at home?
I don't know. I should know that, but it's on at 8:30 tonight, and I'm excited to watch that. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, back to the Bucks. I don't know. I mean, it's different this year because everyone expected the Celtics and probably the Sixers and like the Raptors to be the top 3 seeds in the East, and the Celtics are probably where people expected the Bucks to be right now at 4 or 5,
Right.
and the Bucks at 1. So
Right.
yeah, he's taken the team to a new level. It seems like because they're always like middle of the pack in the playoff
Exactly.
seedings, but
Exactly.
I mean, who knows? I mean, there's still a lot of basketball to play, like whatever 30, 35 games left in the regular season, but I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But
I think the Bucks are going to blow through those rather easily. They have a couple matchups here and there, but they're not going to have a hard time getting into the playoffs. But it's just that when they're there, they don't seem like they're performing at the best of their ability. And I want to see them in the finals at least, especially this year. But I don't know if it's going to happen.
even I think even if they made it to the conference finals, that'd be a very big accomplishment for them because, I mean, when was the conference finals is always LeBron versus like the Raptors or maybe like the Celtics. Like it's going to be very different this year because LeBron's not in the East, so it's a lot more wide open than it has been in years past.
Oh yeah, true.
But I mean, even if they make it to the conference finals, I think that's definitely a big step in the right direction. So
Especially for the franchise as a whole. Definitely.
Yeah. I know we're kind of like diverting our topics here, but another thing I wanted to say is like the Raptors. You know what? I'm gonna save that for later on when we talk about like big picture of the NBA second half. But I definitely want to talk about the Raptors when we get there.
Oh.
Any other thoughts on the MVP? I was very surprised you didn't say Harden. I thought like for sure that
I
kind of
love
surprised me,
Harden.
but-
You know, I'm
I
very
mean,
glad
obviously-
he won the MVP last year, but I also love the way Giannis is playing right now, and you know, I have to throw my attention to him.
Yeah, I mean,
He's a humble man right here. Brian Austin's a humble man.
I don't know. Yeah, I was obviously full on. I still think Harden definitely deserves it. And I think he will win, but it is worth noting like what Austin said there. How these two guys are going to be returning, and his usage and his shots could decrease in the coming months. So we'll see. All right, we'll move on from the MVP talk. We're gonna talk about the All-Star rosters, the East and the West. The starters were named a few days ago. In the West, it was Steph Curry, James Harden, Paul George, Kevin Durant, and LeBron James. And in the East, it was Kyrie Irving, Kemba Walker, Kawhi Leonard, Giannis, and Joel
You weren't even
Embiid.
gonna try that one.
No, I wasn't gonna try it. I knew I'll never be able to do it. But yeah, and Giannis and LeBron being the captains of each respective conference. You think the voting is 50% fans, 25% players, and 25% like media. So that's like how the voting breaks down. Do you guys think these people all deserve it? Would you swap anybody in there? What do you think?
I think they're pretty well deserved as they are. Yeah, especially in the West. I think the only person I'd probably sub out in the West would probably be Paul George and put in Anthony Davis.
Oh yeah, I would say the same exact thing.
Yeah, that's kind of been like a hot. I mean, it's not like people are like that upset about it and like ready to like like they're up in arms, but it's like a thing you could debate. But I mean, Paul George's having a really really good year.
Oh no, he definitely is. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so I could definitely see it happening. Like, I mean, not happening, but like I could see where someone would think that swap should be made. But I don't know. I don't really have a problem with this. Obviously, Anthony Davis is going to get in. Like, it's not like he's going to get snubbed or anything. He's definitely a lock to make it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. That's probably the only thing. Like, and I guess another thing you kind of could debate is like the second guard spot in the East with like Kemba Walker making it. I think maybe if Oladipo didn't get hurt out for the year, he definitely potentially could have been in that spot, and now he won't make it at all. But yeah, I don't know. That is another. You can maybe like bring up some other guys that we'll get into probably when we say who's going to probably be a reserve. But those are probably the only two spots I could see that would be up for debate.
I love seeing Kemba in the All-Star game.
Yeah,
he's been killing it this year.
Yeah, I love Kemba.
Mm-hmm.
Great talent, great scorer. Too bad he'll never go anywhere on the Hornets.
Unfortunately.
Lucky for him, he doesn't have to travel anywhere. It's the All-Star games in Charlotte, right?
Yeah, good point. So Kemba, he's staying at home this All-Star break. I will get into the reserves. You guys, did you have names written down or no?
Yeah, I do.
No, I didn't.
Okay, yeah, you can just kind of chime in, I guess, if you think.
Sure.
Who do you have in the West, Austin? Over
Who do I
there.
have in the West? As before.
7 reserves, by the way. There's 7 people that 5 starters, 7 reserves. So yeah, go ahead.
Okay. First, definitely Anthony Davis.
As a given.
Yeah, definitely a given. Second, I'm really proud of this one. Luka. What is it?
Luka
Luka
Yeah.
Doncic, yeah.
I love
Doncic.
Luka.
Yeah, he's definitely making a presence.
Definitely.
Isn't he on the Mavericks? Right.
Yeah.
The Mavs, yes.
Yeah. He's looking really good lately already.
Some
Averages.
people said he should have made starter.
Nah.
What do you think about that?
No.
I don't know about that.
I would have
Have
had.
you watched him play? He's beautiful to watch on the court.
No. But,
In those last second moments, man, he's almost every game for the Mavs so far has been down to the last second shots by Luka Doncic, and he's sinking them, and it's so entertaining to watch.
I know. I agree with all that. Very clutch. Great talent. He averages 20 points, 6 boards, 6 assists this year. But I would have had a problem if he was a starter. You can't put him in over LeBron. He's a guard. Never mind. You can't put him in over Curry and Harden. You can't do that.
True. That's true.
No,
I mean, it's
that
unfortunate that he's in the
would have been
West.
ridiculous. So
In the East, I think he's gonna make it.
Yeah, it's a tight race in the
yeah,
West.
you
but
can't
yeah.
you can't have any argument over him over Curry and Harden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So no, but again, I'm not going to fault you for having him in the reserve. So anyway, continue. You had Anthony Davis and Luka so far, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then I also had Russell Westbrook.
Yep.
Yep, and another one that I'm proud of, Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose.
He's having a good year. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll explain more on him when I say mine in a second here. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
He's definitely. I mean, obviously, great story that he's able to come back and
Absolutely. And
play
that's-
at a fairly pretty decent level. But yeah, I'll say more on that in a second. But
Yeah.
go ahead.
And then I also have the Joker.
Of course.
Of
Yeah.
course. There you go. I was waiting for
Gotta put
that
him in
one.
there.
He flies into the radar. Like people don't. I mean, he's so good. Jack and I on our NBA preview episode, we talked so much about him and how we thought the Nuggets are going to be great, and obviously they're second in the West right now.
That's
But
crazy.
no,
I used to be a Nuggets fan actually.
he's so
I
dirty.
used to be a Nuggets fan before before I was a Rockets fan, and seeing the Nuggets at the top of the fucking West right now, crazy to see.
Nostalgic for you.
Yes.
Yeah. Very nostalgic. I used to love the Nuggets, especially when Carmelo Anthony was there. They had a great team, ever since then they've just been sitting at the bottom.
Yeah,
so
like mediocre.
the city
yeah.
of Denver is
Yeah.
having a good time right now.
No, yeah, the future's bright. Got a lot of young talent there, but obviously, Jokic is very well deserved to be in the All-Star game. How many? Do you have anyone left or no?
Yeah, I have Damian Lillard and Rudy Gobert.
Very good selections.
Yeah.
I mean-
I'm pretty proud of that. Pretty proud of
One
that
of these-
lineup for the West.
If it's just we talked about this with like Luka being a guard, like, it's so hard for like Lillard to ever like be an all-star starter because like for as long as like Curry and Harden and Westbrook, it's gonna be so hard for those guys. But I mean, Damian Lillard's another guy that ultra talented and deserves to be an all-star every single season, pretty much.
Well, lucky for him, Durant could be out of the West.
Next year. yeah.
That's another topic for another day.
Surprisingly, I'm gonna say my West right now. I have 1, 2, 3 people that you didn't have, and I have
Wow.
3 different people. Surprisingly, so I think you definitely left some people off, which
Well,
I'm
sure,
gonna say
it's
right
a tight,
here.
yeah, it's a tight race.
To
Sure.
start off, I have Anthony Davis. Obviously, I said he was a lock. You could argue him as a starter, and obviously he's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Damian Lillard, obviously,
Okay.
I just said very talented, amazing scorer. Russ, obviously, people are so dumb. I hate to get mad about Colin Cowherd, but he's like the number one Russ hater in like the media, and says how like awful he is and everything. I don't even think I think he released something like a week or two ago, and it didn't even have him in the game or something. It was so like in the All-Star game, it was so dumb.
No, that's ignorant. No.
All those guys they just say stuff to get attention and like clicks and views and stuff. So I don't know. I hate that I am mad about it, but I am in a way.
Sure.
But obviously
really,
Russ is in this. And then the other one I had is Jokic. Those are my 4 that I agreed with you on. But I think I went with Cat.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I also said Clay. I was surprised I didn't say Clay. He's so good. I mean,
yeah,
I
he
know
is having a
I know
better
he's
season
good,
than
but
most.
I'm just tired of having like a Warriors.
Yeah,
dominant West
Right, if
roster.
I don't like
if
seeing so
Draymond
many
makes the
Warriors
All-Star
players
game,
on
I
that.
will lose my mind.
No. Yeah, that's someone who.
Yeah, no,
If I had to make,
But
a
he's
case
made
for,
it. He's made it every single year though. Even though his
Right,
stats
yeah.
aren't
He
great.
shouldn't.
But,
He shouldn't
no.
be making it at
He
all.
shouldn't.
He's
he averaged
not a good player.
He averaged 7, 7, and 7 this year.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, I know
No.
stats don't always tell the story of a player. Player can have a big impact non-stat wise, but no, it's just not there this year for him.
Nope.
Mhm.
And then I also had, you're not going to agree with this, but I had LaMarcus Aldridge
Oh yeah.
because the Spurs are, they're still a playoff team, even though despite losing Kawhi. And LaMarcus, it felt weird not having at least the Spurs player on the team, and I had to choose between DeMar DeRozan or LaMarcus Aldridge, and I don't know, he's just a player that flies under the radar a lot, and it's just, I feel like he's kind of I always feel like LaMarcus is older than he actually is. I think he's only 32 or 33,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I don't know, when I was gonna have a little rebuttal about Luka and Derrick Rose is they they were like popular names like in this, but it's because like only the fan vote counted at that point. And a lot of people wanted to see Derrick Rose in like the All-Star game, but I just feel like with all like the players and the media voting, I just don't like his numbers aren't like there like All-Star level. Obviously, he's having a really good year and everything, but
well, that's just the system pretty much.
I know.
Yeah.
I just don't like. And people were even saying, like, we'll get to the East in a second here, but, like, people were saying, like, should Dwayne Wade be an all-star? Like, no, he shouldn't be.
Dwayne Wade.
I saw that, too.
No.
They're just saying that just
No,
like, because
no.
it'll be his last year and all. Like, no, you can't just put someone in the all-star game because, like, it's like he's obviously he's like a legend of the game and everything, but, like, you can't, like.
He had his time.
Like if
he had his time.
You would definitely like you would snub
team.
somebody
His
else.
time's over.
You would snub somebody else if you put Derrick Rose or like Dwayne Wade in the All-Star game. I just feel like you'd leave a very talented player who's deserving. Like you leave
that's
him out.
that's an even bigger representation of like the fans voting for a story kind of player.
Yeah, that's why like I don't see
it's nice and all, but it's
and like. Even like we didn't even like talk about like Devin Booker. I know like he's on like the worst team in the NBA, but like he's so good and his numbers are there. But like I don't know, there's just so many talented guys, and you just can't.
I'm gonna say the same thing about Donovan Mitchell. I like that. I think Donovan Mitchell's numbers are there too, and he's having overlooked all the time.
Yeah, I know he's having like a slightly even better year than last year, and I just didn't even like you. I probably wouldn't even. I mean, I was looking at him when I was like looking at who I think should be in, but again I forgot about him there because there's just so many talented guys, and yeah, it'd be cool to see Derrick Rose and Dwayne Wade play in the All-Star game, but it just doesn't make any sense. That's why I feel like it's not. But Luka though, you can actually make like a legitimate. His numbers are actually there.
We're considering him for starting. Luka is doing crazy well. He's gonna win Rookie of the Year. I'm gonna make that known right now.
No, I
think he's gonna win Rookie of the Year. By far.
Yeah. That's pretty much a lock in my opinion. I think he locked that up like a long time ago. So, I mean, it's not like there's definitely a lot of rookies playing well, but he's just like he's on another level compared to everyone else. So
he's adjusted the NBA very well.
It's just like people forgot like he's been a professional for he's played in professional leagues before. Like all these other guys like come out of college and stuff, but like he's been a professional for like the past 2 or 3 years or however. So. Yeah, Luka's great and everything. What did he go? I think he went like 4th or 5th in the draft or something. Like he didn't even go in the top.
Yeah, he was not first. No.
I know. So that's crazy. Yeah, you want to say your East players?
Yeah, sure.
Well, we haven't even hit the East.
I know.
Yeah, I know. Well, let's get into it. First, I have Mr. Jimmy Butler.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's definitely found his spot in Philly, the great city of Philadelphia, and kind of stealing some of the spotlight from even Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. It's definitely there. His numbers are even better than last year, somewhat. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. I think he averages 19 this year, but
nonetheless, he's having much better chemistry on this team than he did with the Timberwolves.
Yeah, that was a whole mess. But yeah, definitely deserving in my opinion.
Sure. Then I have Mr. Blake Griffin.
Great year. He's having a career year, I'd even argue. He's doing great.
He's a valued member of the Chubby Chuccaneers, my fantasy team.
Yeah, Blake's tearing it up this year.
Mm-hmm. He is. He's not having it this year. He's not waiting for no haters to say nothing.
Absolutely. Yeah. Then I have Ben Simmons also.
Yeah.
Kind of weird having 270. Sorry,
3.
That'd be 3. Yeah, that'd be 3 with Joel Embiid, but
kind of sucks. But like,
yeah, I know it kind of sucks, but it's well deserving. Yeah, it's all good. Who else? We got Kyle Lowry.
Yeah. He's having a career year in assists. He's definitely distributing the ball more than he has. But yeah, I have him too, just to preview mine, but go ahead.
Also Bradley Beal.
Yeah, he's asked to do a lot with John Wall out for the season, so
yes,
his numbers are going to be inflated naturally because of that, but yeah, another good option.
Yep, definitely emerging. And then Jason Tatum.
Is that 7?
That's no, that's 6.
Okay.
And then it's also
I'm not going to argue Jason Tatum. I mean,
I know you're
obviously he's not going to argue Jason Tatum.
Yeah. And then my last one is Vucevic.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, dude. We have
Another valued member of
We have
the
this-
Buccaneers called me
we
biased. Sorry.
No, same.
Oh, same one.
We have-
Oh, okay.
All 7 the same.
Wow.
We didn't have one disagreement. And
Just to let you in on.
we didn't make these lists together. I had no idea who
Yeah,
he was going to
exactly.
pick, and he
Yeah.
had no idea who I was going to pick.
Yeah.
No, I love Vucevic.
Apparently,
Dude.
I didn't even get the memo. So
Yeah, Brown also didn't get the memo. So
Well, is there anyone else you want to add?
yeah,
In,
you have anyone?
yeah.
You wanna say?
Spencer Dinwiddie.
No,
Spencer Dinwiddie
stop.
should 100% be at least on the reserves for the All-Star game.
Dude, no.
Spencer Dinwiddie is having a crazy year. I think he's good. He's a great player.
Oh my! This is this is.
Oh, come on. Don't tell me I'm wrong. You saw the game against the Rockets. He's a clutch player. He comes in hard, and he carries his team
In
when
what-
they need to be carried.
What player would you swap him out of that we just mentioned here?
Jason Tatum. I'll take out Jason Tatum
Oh my
for
gosh.
Spencer Dinwiddie. Easily. Come on.
Jesus.
Do you
Christ.
think,
No,
do
I
you
wouldn't.
honestly think
First of all-
Jason Tatum brings as much to the table for his team than Spencer Dinwiddie
No,
does?
because the Celtics are just so good.
That's
Oh
yeah.
my
That's
gosh.
two different. That's
Nah,
two
you're a
different
Celtics
stories.
fan.
No,
that
from a
doesn't.
non-biased,
All right,
not
all
Celtics
right.
fan. It's two different stories. Sure, Spencer Dinwiddie has more of a presence on the Brooklyn Nets than Jason Tatum has on the Boston Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Pull
but
up Spencer
Yeah.
Dinwiddie's stats right now. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Do you have him up there?
No, not yet.
Okay. Yeah. Tell me when you do, and look me in the eyes after you do, and tell me with a straight face that Spencer Dinwiddie deserves to be in the All-Star game. That just doesn't. No. I'm sorry. You can't tell me with a straight face that that's a legitimate thing. I know I know you like him and all, but
it's a weird thing.
you have it up?
I have Jason Tatum's stats.
No, I know
So,
Jason Tatum's stats. I want
yeah.
I want
What
to.
are
I
Jason-
know, yeah,
wait,
yeah.
what are Jason Tatum's stats?
16 points, 1.8 assists,
6 boards, right?
Yeah, 6 boards. Yep.
What does he shoot from the field? You have that?
He's shooting 45.
Okay.
Okay.
Now tell me Spencer's stats.
17.2 points per game. And we have 5 assists points per game. 2.5 rebounds. And you're going to tell me
How many shots
that
does
Jason Tatum
how many
deserves it over Spencer Dinwiddie?
how many shots
Come
does Spencer
on,
get,
yo.
and how many shots
Get
does
outta
Tatum get?
here.
Look that up, Brown Austin. How many shots a game does Spencer take, and how many shots a game does Tatum take?
Tatum takes 13.5.
Spencer Dinwiddie. It's you can't look at these two
Last
players.
10 games, Spencer's been 45%.
That's not what I asked you. I said
Last 10
Okay,
games.
so
how many shots does Spencer Dinwiddie get to take a game? That's what I want to know. That's my next thing here.
his overall is 46.
Okay, but you
Alright,
can't look
where,
at these.
Where do the
Bro, he's on the Nets. His Tatum's got to compete for shots with Kyrie and Gordon Hayward, Marcus Morris. You can't there's so many mouths to feed in Boston, and you can't just just watch them play. Tatum is a little much more talented.
What was Tatum's attempts?
Tatum's attempts,
Yeah.
13.5.
All right, so Dinwiddie's got 12.5.
Okay, but whatever, dude. You can't. That's
Don't whatever. No.
No.
Don't whatever me, man. You just don't want to casually admit that you lost. No way.
Spencer.
See, this is what I'm
Dinwiddie.
saying. Spencer Dinwiddie is underrated because he's on the Nets. There's a certain bias in the NBA against the Nets, and they're doing very well. Spencer Dinwiddie's doing amazing. That I think he deserves to be having a reserve spot.
The irony.
If not Spencer Dinwiddie, then at least D'Angelo Russell.
I would make a case for D'Angelo Russell, not Spencer Dinwiddie. D'Angelo Russell's the best player on the Nets, and he would get even more of an all-star bid then.
The irony
Spencer.
in all of this is that if the Nets didn't make that trade with the Celtics 4 or 5 years ago for Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce, Jason Tatum would be on the Nets because the Celtics took Jason Tatum with the Nets pick.
I don't know why he's bringing this up.
I'm just saying, Jason.
There's
There's nothing to do with what you're saying. but,
Okay, you want to
just-
cookie or something, man?
It's just ironic. I just like to just to put in there any time that how bad that trade was and how it changed the landscape of the NBA.
Of the NBA, definitely did.
All right. Well, I can't believe that White Austin and I had the same list, like we're like player
Yeah,
for
that was
player.
crazy close.
Must use the same sources.
I'm glad that you put Vucevic there because
Of course.
he's having a great year, dude.
yes.
He's having 20 and 12, I think. He's great.
He's a good big man.
Yeah, great guy. It's so weird. Like you wouldn't think that, but like I've actually like been a fan of Vucevic's for like a while now. Like on my phone, I remember like back when I first got a smartphone, like whatever, an iPod Touch even, I would like put the Magic in as one of my favorite teams just so I could check Vucevic's stats every night because he was getting crazy boards, dude. I'm telling
You
you.
didn't have to go all the way to make the Magic the favorite team, but yeah,
No,
cool.
dude. If he makes the All-Star game, like I'll be happy for him. So I hope he really does.
Yes.
Anyway, I guess we'll move on. We're going to talk about the second half of the NBA. Our thoughts, the big storylines, anything. This is pretty much open here. If anything you guys want to talk about in the NBA here.
I think Kyrie Irving is going to leave the Celtics after this year.
Okay.
I think he's going to go join his buddy LeBron in the West.
Okay.
Yeah, so get ready, Mitchell.
You've been
You're going to have a fun couple of years after this one.
You've been listening to too many LA reporters, dude. You've been listening to too many LA reporters. It's not happening.
You just don't want to face the truth.
If Kyrie, all right, here's my. I have a very similar opinion on this that I do Antonio Brown and the Steelers, and let me explain. If Kyrie, obviously Kyrie is like my favorite player, dude. Like, I don't want him to leave. I love Kyrie. I love everything he brings to the team. If he leaves, I think he's dumb. Why would he ever want to leave the Celtics?
Because he wants to play for a winning team.
But what do you mean a winning team?
He's on a winning team.
The Celtics. What do you mean a winning team?
Yo, I don't know, bro.
Oh my
He
gosh.
wants rings. He wants rings, bro. And I don't think they're gonna be a ring team.
The Celtics.
If he wants a ring, he
The
wouldn't.
Celtics will win a championship within the next 3 years. No doubt about it.
Even if he
Even
if he doesn't do that, he wouldn't go to a team. He
Oh
wouldn't
my
go back
God,
with
it's-
LeBron.
oh my God, bro. Yes, he would join LeBron. That's why he's gonna go join LeBron. That's exactly what I'm saying over here. I think
I don't know what you're
he's
reading.
done. Trying to make it on his own.
After what?
He
2
didn't
years?
accomplish anything on his own.
Yeah.
He hasn't played a playoff game other than the Cavs. He didn't even play for
That's
us in the
the
playoffs
problem.
last year.
That's what I'm saying, yo.
Oh my gosh.
I think if they don't make it, if the Celtics don't make it to the finals this year, which they won't.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
Okay.
Yes, we will.
Yeah. All right.
Another.
All right. Whatever. I don't think they're gonna make the finals this year. But anyway,
Your Bucks are gonna stop. No, get out of here. The Bucks are not gonna.
I think
stop.
the Bucks are as good as any other team to
Okay.
stop them, bro.
All right, or whatever.
I think I have
There's
a
no-
very fair chance that the Bucks.
I
are
don't
gonna
know,
stop
hold on.
them.
I
You
didn't-
should be more scared for your franchise.
I didn't even get to finish what I was saying about Kyrie. Like, if he leaves, I think he's dumb. He's not like. Why would he ever want to leave the best situation you could be on?
It's
the Cel-
not the best situation.
Yes, it is, dude. The Celtics
It's
have the
not.
best young
Bro,
talent in the
The
NBA.
best situation is the Lakers.
No,
For
okay.
him, yes.
You know how
Yes,
bad
it
the
would be
Lakers are right now that LeBron's not playing? There's no one else on that team.
It's only because LeBron's not playing. Once he
Okay,
comes
whatever.
back, then LeBron's going to convince him to come.
But
I
I,
don't
was going to
think-
say, if Kyrie leaves the Celtics, I am too prideful to say that we won't be okay. The Celtics will still be okay. Jason Tatum is the next star in this league, dude. I'm telling you. So if he leaves, fine. He wants to be an idiot, fine. But he's not going to, and I don't want him to.
If Kyrie goes anywhere, he's not going to the West. He would not leave. He would not leave the East.
All right, where do you think he's going to go?
People
I don't
people
think
didn't
he's
say that
gonna-
about.
if
I think he's
he's-
going to stay put. Yeah.
So if
No,
okay,
I mean,
I mean,
people said that about LeBron though.
I don't think he'd go anywhere else on the East.
People said that he wouldn't, like LeBron wouldn't leave the East ever, which that had happened.
no.
He went to the West, but
Mhm.
no, he's not leaving. I'm telling you, I know these things.
You're right.
Well, what I have here, I have my. This is kind of hold on. What I'm about to say
Oh boy.
is kind of like, I guess, going against what I kind of just said in a way, not entirely, but who I think is going to be in the conference finals in each conference. I think it's going to be Boston and Toronto, not the Bucks. Toronto. They're going to make the Eastern Conference Finals. I'll explain in a second why. And it's going to be Golden State versus the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. I said that in the beginning of the year, and I still think that. I think LeBron's going to come back with a vengeance after he returns and he's fully healthy. because Lakers are obviously doing very poorly right now. They're not even in. If they wouldn't even be in the playoffs right now if it ended today.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's really, really. So I even think we could maybe even see a LeBron MVP narrative by the end of the season. Like he's gonna. I think.
He's gonna step up the game.
He's gonna have his second half of the year is going to be unreal, and that's why I just feel like this. I don't have like any like concrete like evidence per se to why the Lakers. I feel like they're going to be in the Western Conference Finals, but it just feels like a story that like LeBron carries a team of scrubs into the Western Conference Finals. Like I don't know. It's just because that's what he's done his whole career. Like he's had very bad teams in the past, like last year. Like there's no way that the Cavs should have been in the finals last year. Look at like they're the worst team in the NBA by far now. They have 9 wins. So like just the fact that he carried that team of like imbeciles to the finals and they almost won a game. Like if J.R. Smith didn't do that, they would have won the first game. So just like it just feels like something he would do to carry this team to the Western Conference Finals. So that's why I still think the Lakers will make it that far.
I think Kyrie Irving will be LeBron's new Dwayne Wade in LA.
Okay. All right. We're past that. We're past that. We're past that.
I'll go back to
throw that in there.
I'm going to go against the Tide, against Mitchell's Tide, and say that neither LA team is going to make the playoffs.
Make the playoffs?
Make the playoffs.
Make the playoffs?
Yes.
Are you on crack?
Bro, LeBron James is not missing the playoffs.
Crack?
Dude. I'm telling you, he's
not. He's
not missing the playoffs.
Do you want to guess?
LeBron's not going to make the playoffs.
Well,
yeah, he doesn't even know what not playoffs like season tastes like.
I'm interested to see who you think's going to make the playoffs, and like because right now I think the Clippers are 8 and Lakers are 9. So I'm trying to like think what team, who?
Take a guess.
I don't know, Minnesota, Utah.
No.
Utah's
in.
They're in right now.
Yeah. Utah's in right now.
I don't know who else could it be.
Rockets.
The Rockets are in. No,
Rockets are in.
We're thinking of a team that's not currently in the Western playoffs that he thinks will make it over the Clippers and the Lakers.
The Sacramento Kings.
Nah,
the
dude.
Kings?
Bro, I really like the Kings.
Yo.
I really like the Kings.
Not the Kings.
I love De'Aaron Fox, but they're just like LeBron's not. He's not making the playoffs in favor of the Kings making the playoffs.
Definitely not.
No, dude, I'm telling you, like the Lakers.
I think if it was the Wolves, I think you would have an okay case there.
No, not even them, dude. LeBron is not missing the playoffs.
I know it's
the Clippers.
Yeah,
I don't care. The Clippers could easily miss the playoffs. I think that'll happen. But the Lakers.
No, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Over the Clippers, I think the Wolves have an okay case. Definitely not over the Lakers.
When LeBron was playing, dude, they were like easy. They were firmly entrenched in the playoff spot. And just because, there's no way that happens. I'm telling you right now. I'll bet all the money in the world right now that they make the playoffs. Are you?
Sure.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Put
where your mouth is.
No, hold on.
He's telling you right now to put $150 down on this. Right now.
I bet all the money in the world that the Clippers would miss.
The Clippers? Yeah, I'm agreeing with you.
Okay, hold on. No. Hold on. Clippers would miss. Sacramento's in with the last seed, but the Lakers could miss.
No way, bro. LeBron's gonna
1 or 2 games.
Tear through the West, bro.
But
when he's back.
if LA misses, if LA makes it, they're not going to be in the top 4. They're going to be in. They're going to have a bottom seed.
Do you think they'll win a playoff series?
They're going to be on the road, definitely in the playoffs.
Do you think they'll win a playoff series? I'll bet you now that they win a playoff series. I think that's a given.
Oh yeah,
sure.
Oh, yeah.
If LeBron's in the playoffs, he's definitely going to win a single.
Okay, fine.
All right. Who's in your NBA? Who's in your Western Conference top 4?
Western top 4?
Yeah.
I'd probably say the Warriors, obviously. Nuggets, probably the
OKC's staying up there. I think OKC is going to be.
OKC's definitely. I would say the top 4.
No, I'm not like whatever. Like it's so tight the West that I think a lot of teams could finish in the top 4. But I mean, obviously the Warriors and probably the Nuggets are going to be there. But it's so close that I could see a lot of teams finishing there. But
yeah,
I'm just saying
the top 4 that currently hold the seeds now: the Warriors, Nuggets, Thunder, and Trailblazers.
Yeah, I mean, it's so tight. I think a lot could happen.
Wait, you see the Trailblazers over the Rockets?
No,
over the Rockets.
I'm just saying, like,
Yes.
he just read.
No way! After Clint Capella comes back,
He just read what it is right now. He's not saying
What it is
that.
right now? Yeah, no, I believe.
I mean right now. But once Clint Capella comes back, the Rockets are definitely going to be playing better than the Trailblazers. 100%.
Yeah. Now he's still out for a while, but I'm just saying, like, it's so tight. Like the Rockets, obviously, yes, they're making the playoffs, but I don't know. It's just very tight right now, and they could be anywhere from like, I'm not gonna put a number on it, but like they could be anywhere from like 2 to 6 or something. I don't know. I'm just saying, Lakers making the playoffs, they're gonna win at least a playoff series. I think they're gonna be in the Western Conference Finals, and I don't know. That's that.
I think the Lakers can beat the Rockets in the playoffs. That's
You're
gonna
all
happen.
over the place, man. You just said the Rockets are going to be playing well. You think the Lakers? What?
Yeah, they're going to play well. They're not going to play Lakers well.
Okay. All right. One other thing I have written down here is that despite losing their star, Victor Oladipo, I think the Pacers will keep things relatively afloat. I'm not saying like, yes, I think they're going to decline a little bit, but I don't see them like dropping completely out of the playoff race. I still think the Pacers are going to play fairly well. I think they've got some other talent on the team. Not a star, really, but again, I still think they'll keep things somewhat together and at least probably get like whatever 5 or 6 seed. Like I don't see them completely dropping off and falling out of the playoffs.
Yeah, they've already established, as much a lead as they could for now.
Yeah,
But they'll definitely decline, but still, stay afloat, definitely.
yeah. So, yeah, that's all I got. Do you have anything else to say?
Nope. I'm all set.
Without Brown Austin yelling at me for trashing the Rockets, no.
Okay.
Let's move on.
All right. Well, almost done here. We're gonna talk a little bit about Antonio Brown. We talked about him when Austin was on the show. I think a week or two ago. He's recently dyed his mustache. He bleached it, and I don't know what's up with that, guys.
I'm not having any of it.
Did you
Really
say when we showed Brown Austin didn't see it till like an hour ago, and like
I didn't think it was that bad.
You didn't think it was that
I
bad?
mean, like,
I think
it's funny.
it looks really bad. I don't.
It's pretty bad.
It makes me want him to be a Steeler less, in my opinion. No, I'm just kidding.
You're really that ready to let him go, aren't you?
I just don't like it. It looks really weird.
No,
Did he also
there
like,
was one article that's just like, Antonio Brown's keeping the black and gold, like.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, maybe I should
something
look
like
at it as a good sign.
That's good.
Yeah, he only died. Yeah, he only died it because he announced he's staying with the Steelers.
No, but it's also 49ers colors though, so I don't know how to feel about that.
It is.
Oh.
Got me there.
You think he's gonna go 49ers?
Yeah,
we're
but
right.
yeah,
I mean, that's just like with the popular narrative now. Like, you have T.O. on NFL Network saying, "Oh, he's been talking to me he's been asking me how the Bay Area is and stuff."
He's
But
got a big mouth, man.
yeah,
That's
and
it.
like Jerry Rice saying and all that, and like Antonio Brown's Instagram and all that, whatever. But I don't know. I'm already tired of talking about it, and I know we're not even close to being done talking about it.
Definitely not. There's gonna be a lot of drama going around that kind of stuff.
I know, like Austin and I said this like on 2 episodes ago. Like, this is something that's not going to be resolved for. Like, it's gonna bleed into next season. Like, it's gonna be all summer. It's gonna be. It's not going away.
A lot
anytime
of drama
soon.
going on, and I mean, what for? What's so bad about the Steelers that there's gotta be this much attention going around this stuff?
I don't know.
I don't get it.
Like,
well, first off, they missed the playoffs this
Okay, yeah,
year.
they missed the playoffs. Yeah,
yeah, but like you could argue like it's because of this drama that we missed the playoffs, and like why did the drama even start in the first place?
Mhm.
Like, that's kind of like we have to look at the root of the issue here, and I don't know. Like, my brother always says, like, this isn't like anything new. Like, Antonio Brown's been, maybe hasn't been this bad, but there's been things that like he's had arguments before with even Ben and Tomlin or whatever. You see him like he's thrown like
That's
tantrums on the sideline before, but like it hasn't been this bad, and I just don't understand like why is this like now like snowballing into something even greater. I don't know.
I can't pinpoint a reason as to why they keep missing the playoffs.
I mean, this is our first year missing the playoffs in a while, but like
I mean, like why they keep
like not getting
Having
to
these
like
issues.
I don't know. I don't know. Something has to change, and like maybe getting rid of him and Le'Veon is the answer. Maybe like obviously you can't really replace guys like that who are the best at their respective
they're such
positions.
Good players. I mean,
but
I don't understand why.
Again, like maybe, I don't know, like maybe like that's oddly enough what's been holding us back. I don't know, like
is it?
Yeah, it's hard to say
because their performance says otherwise.
Yeah.
How if they're the best at their positions, how could their team still be doing so bad? Is it Big Ben?
It can't be.
It can't be,
right? He led the
because
league in passing yards last
he's
year.
Still doing good. Is it Mike Tomlin? No, he's a great coach.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, just because now we have a top 10 receiver in Juju and waiting in the wings. I said this last time, but I don't know. Like maybe getting them out of there. Obviously, it feels weird to say like getting rid of them is gonna like help the team in a way. But
how
maybe
much
it'll
better can Juju be?
I think the sky's the limit.
Bell.
The sky's the limit, dude. Juju can be the best.
Is it gonna be enough to get Steelers back into the playoffs?
Yes.
Because they had such a good team this year and they still didn't make it.
I don't know.
It's hard to pinpoint the problem, and I think that's gonna be a big reason as to why the Steelers are gonna have a hard time in the next coming years trying to solve it.
Yeah, and it's obviously always something with like Ben. He's not getting any younger, but I mean, again, he's not ready to. I don't think he's necessarily ready to go anywhere exactly yet. But I guess also another thing with a team with an older quarterback, you have to address that eventually. So we kind of took away your spotlight roasting his mustache here.
No, that's okay. No, everything. Yeah, it's already been said. No. Anything else I'd add would be, Antonio Brown takes bold fashion choices and bold looks.
This is nothing new. He's always a weirdo in that regard.
He's had a haircut in which it looked like he was a Lego head.
Yeah. I remember that. Good old days, 2016.
Yeah, so he's no stranger to the barbershop. Definitely.
He's bold.
He's paid his barber double for these special things. But yeah, now just like a small topic I just want to touch base on is I think these players, not just in the NFL but all across all major sports, is that when you're a superstar, you have a whole different mentality on things, and who you really are, or what you mean to not only the sport but like society as a whole. It's changed drastically.
Yeah, they play by a different set of rules sometimes.
Right. And it's definitely, feel like money's definitely a factor into it, is that they've never seen, these huge paychecks. They would never imagine these, in front of them. And you can see it in other players too. Odell has that same mentality, but, yeah, I mean, mental health is sort of an important thing, and I feel like more players shouldn't necessarily chase a bigger check to like throw away everything they have for, say another organization like the Steelers.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you want to have a situation you're comfortable with, but I always say this, but like, and it's easy for us to say from an outside perspective, but like if you have enough money to be set for life, why are you making a big fuss? You know what I mean? Like it's so easy to say that because like we're not in their position, but if you have enough money, like that you're not gonna have to worry about money, then like why are you like acting like a child? It's like I don't know. That's kind of how I feel about it. I mean,
at the end of the day, it's the media attention that makes them more money than the team sometimes.
There you go. Yeah, like their stuff outside of the league.
Yeah.
Definitely makes a splash.
We will see. It's going to happen. It'll happen sometime, and obviously we'll be talking about it on here whenever that happens. So, for sure.
Now we're talking about money. What do you think about Patrick Mahomes almost going to be ready to make $200 million next year, right?
It's definitely going to be a blockbuster deal.
That's a crazy big paycheck that nobody's seen before.
Give him whatever he wants, Kansas City. That's all I have to say about that.
Really?
He deserves
whatever he wants.
Yeah, any amount of money.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, because Patrick Mahomes is a beast.
Absolutely.
We have, to close out the show, I have a few questions I'm going to ask the guys. They don't know what they are. Some have to do with sports, some really don't. but they're just kind of like hypotheticals and stuff. So hopefully we'll have some funny and debatable answers here. So we're gonna go.
Should be interesting.
Question number 1: You're on The Bachelor. You have 5 people remaining: Draymond Green, Ndamukong Suh, Trevor Lawrence, Clemson's quarterback, Tyler the Creator, and Supreme Patty. Who are you sending home immediately? Who are you leading on? And who are you definitely going to pick to be your husband?
Wow,
Can we get
that
that
is
list?
like
Get that list again.
The list
I
that
was not prepared for this.
the list
I
that you
was not
have:
either.
Draymond Green, Ndamukong Suh, Trevor Lawrence, Tyler the Creator, and Supreme Patty.
Okay.
And you have to send one person home immediately. Like, definitely not. One person, like, you might want to, like...
Draymond Green, get the hell
Draymond
out of here.
Green.
Get out of
Yeah.
here, yo. I don't want your donkey face
I think...
all up in my business like that.
I think my answer would be Supreme Patty. I just couldn't deal with that. Like, I think it'd be way too annoying.
Oh, man.
You can make a case for each, but Draymond Green, no. I don't want,
all right,
I don't want
so-
that in my life.
all
We
right.
can agree on that one.
All right, they're sending home Draymond immediately.
Who am I trying to lead on?
Yeah, who are you trying to lead on? Like, you make them think that they have a chance, but they really have no chance.
They really have no chance. Ndamukong Suh.
Ndamukong Suh?
Yes.
Yes, I was going to say the same thing.
Why?
He's a...
I don't really have a reason for it.
I don't know.
I think it's just
I
like,
don't know
everyone's
either.
gonna think
Just wanna
I'm
mess with them?
funny, man.
Oh, yeah.
Funny name, but
Yeah. And then who will ultimately be my husband?
Yeah, who's your hubby?
Tyler the Creator.
Tyler the Creator.
Dude.
Wow!
Holy-
High five, man.
I can't believe that three for three. They were in
3 for 3
agreement.
on the first one.
Like I said, we have chemistry. There you go.
That's true. That's true.
I'd probably. Man, I don't even know who I'd pick. I don't even want to. That's why I'm asking them and not answering the
That's why
questions.
these questions were for us.
Yeah. All right. So that's the first one I had. Next one I have. Would you rather? So would you rather? Would you rather listen to Fergie sing the national anthem for your entire life? You have headphones in and just Fergie sing the national anthem for your entire life, or every single day, the first thing you have to do when you wake up is that you're just like lined up, and then across from you, maybe like 10 yards, Jadeveon Clowney, he's really mad at you, and he just gets to wail on you as hard as he can.
Oh God.
So-
I mean, like obviously,
Wait, you
I'm
said
still listening to Fergie.
Fergie constantly in your ears, national anthem, rest of your life, or every morning, Jadeveon Clowney just gets to hit you as hard as he can.
See, the way I look at it is, if I'm ever hearing Fergie sing the national anthem, there's no way I can not laugh. So I'm either laughing for the rest of my life or getting punches in the face.
But can you comprehend how, like, you have to listen to that over and 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 over constantly for the rest of your life? That's
I will
gotta
never
be-
not laugh.
It's better
I said
than a
what I said, I will
bruised
never
rib.
not laugh.
I don't know. So you're picking.
If I was on the Warriors,
I'd rather
if I was on
rather
the Warriors dude, when that happened, man, I would be all over the place. I'd be on the floor
Yes.
dying.
So Brown Austin's picking Fergie. What are you picking?
I think I'm with him. Yeah, I'd rather laugh than have a bruised rib.
Yeah, I guess so.
What kind of a question was that?
I mean, I guess whatever, man. All right, here's a new
I don't
one.
like hostility here.
Here's another one. Maybe I think you guys are gonna agree on this one too, but we'll see. You're the new coach of the Tennessee Titans. If you go 9-7, if you get one season, If you go and you have to have like their current roster, whatever they have right now, you can sign people or whatever, but you're the coach starting right now and whatever GM. If you go 9-7 or better, you get $1 billion. If you go 8-8 and worse, you spend 20 years in prison. Are you going to take this opportunity? Yes or no, and why or why not? Just think about it. Like whatever the Titans' talent is right now.
This is
Obviously,
next
it comes
year,
down to
right?
cap space.
Next year.
Starting next year.
Next year.
The
I
question
am
comes down
not
to cap
g-
space.
Yeah, he
I
wants.
can sign whoever the hell I want. Then I can.
No, I don't.
OBJ, get over here.
I wouldn't even take the cap space. I would base it strictly on the, the difficulty of being in the AFC South and coming out like quote unquote on top of those other three teams.
You just gotta go. You don't have to make the
Just gotta go
playoffs.
8-8. That's it.
No, you have to go 9-7. You go 8-8.
But even to go,
Okay.
even to go
So
9,
9-7.
even to go 9-7, you still have Andrew Luck who's back and he's doing fine, and then Deshaun Watson who hopefully can make a couple other things click.
I'm gonna sign Andrew Luck. Problem solved.
You
You said
can't
I can
just
sign
do
anybody
that.
I want. I'm gonna sign Andrew Luck. That's it.
No.
I
You're
guess
not
that gets
playing
rid
the
of my.
game, boy.
I guess that
The
gets rid
game's
of
not
my.
played on the field no more. I understand that.
Guess that gets rid of my problem.
So you guys are both going to take the chance, either 20 years in prison or $1 billion?
No, I would not take the chance.
You're not going to take
I'm
the chance.
taking the chance.
Brown Austin
I'm
is taking a
the
chance.
Come
All right.
on.
He's a
I
risky
think it
guy.
honestly comes down to like how healthy like you're not gonna be able to sign a quarterback, dude. Like it's either
No.
I feel like if Mariota is, I'd have to check his. I think his shoulder's wrong with him, or whatever. I have to make sure he's healthy. If he's healthy, I'd maybe think about it. But if he's not ready to go and I have to start their backup, I am definitely not.
Yeah.
doing that.
Shoulder's a bad injury
Oh.
and a bad gamble.
Obviously.
All right. One other, two more. Next one's a would you rather again. Would you rather you have to wear a football helmet like on your head for the rest of your life, or you have to wear a cup for the rest of your life?
Cup.
It's gonna stink down there, man. It's gonna smell really bad. I don't know. What do you think?
Wait a second. I didn't
this
think
is-
about that.
Yeah,
Obviously, I didn't think about
Think
that.
about this.
No, but it's not the stink that's turning me off here. It's not being able to.
If you're getting intimate with a woman, is that what you're thinking?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
exactly what I was
It's
gonna go with
the
that.
logistics. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're picking helmet.
Yeah.
Okay. No CTE for Brown Austin. What are you thinking?
None.
I think I'd have to go here. Yeah.
Helmet?
No.
Cup.
With the cup.
No, he
See-
said helmet. So you're
I'm
disagreeing
sorry.
with him.
No, as in I wouldn't want the cup. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'd go with that. Yeah. I'd go
All
with
right.
the helmet.
They both go with helmet. That's still got to be really annoying too. Like I don't know if you ever like wore a football helmet or
No.
not, but it's not like I wouldn't want to wear that for the rest of my life.
I mean, I'm pretty ugly anyways.
But-
So
It's like growing a beard, but it's like another.
doing myself.
There's
a
not
favor.
enough block
Yeah.
in his face. That's the problem.
Okay. All right. All right. Fair enough. This is our final question. Who wins in a 100-meter race? Tyreek Hill or Brown Austin with a 25-meter head start?
Tyreek Hill.
Did you
No
see me
question.
against Matt Cha? I don't think you did.
I mean, 25 meters is a lot, though. It's like it's a quarter of the race, to be fair.
Dude,
I wouldn't
come
even give him
on,
half.
bro.
I wouldn't even give
You
him
give me
half.
3/4. I still wouldn't even take myself over
No,
Tyreek Hill.
dude, if
3/4 you would have.
If Brown Austin had 50 meters to go and Tyreek Hill had 100, Brown Austin would win. There's no way.
Let's find out. Call him
I'm
up.
a lot slower than the average person. Like a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that, like, there's no, like, how fast do you think you could run 100 meters? Like a whole football. Like,
I'm
pretty,
sorry.
pretty much a whole football
I'm not
field.
very good at judging meters because I'm
Whatever.
like,
Like,
very used
our,
to.
our full football field, 100 yards. Pretty much the same thing. 100 yards. How fast do you think you could run a whole football field?
Whole football field, I could probably run it in like 20 seconds.
I don't know. I think you could go a little faster than that.
A little faster than 20 seconds,
Yeah.
man? You're asking a lot of me.
Tyreek Hill could probably do that in,
You
like,
gotta have me on cocaine for those kind of numbers.
I'd say like
11.
yeah. I'd put him at 11. I put myself at like probably late teens.
No, dude, I really think you're selling yourself short. I think if it was 50.
I really
Maybe
don't
this
think.
is
I really don't think you.
you think I'm
underestimating-
You think I'm overestimating you.
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
I think you're
Yeah.
I think you're selling yourself short. I think you could do it.
Nah, yeah, you didn't see me against Matt Chow. That was not one of my best nights at all. But
Okay.
Then again, you were in a
you
crowded
caught
dining
up
hall.
to me.
All right. Fair enough. That's all I got. That's all the questions I have.
Yeah.
I like this. I think we should definitely we should do this more. I should think of weird questions and ask my guests. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah,
of course.
that'll be a good segment. Yeah.
All right. We have to come up with a name for it though. I just have
We
rapid
need a
fire
name.
surprise questions. I have to come up with a cooler name for this segment, but we'll work on that.
Brought to you by Verizon Wireless.
Brought to you. No, they're not paying us for that.
Let's
ad.
not
We
have
don't-
that.
We don't have to give them free advertisements. All right, that's all we got for today's episode. Thanks for hopping on, boys. It's been fun.
Yes, I had a great time. Thank you so much, Mitchell.
All right,
We'll have to do this again.
definitely. But we'll see about Spencer Dinwiddie if he makes.
Spencer Dinwiddie's gonna take it. I promise you that right now. I will put money on it right now.
All right, well, maybe we'll make an off-the-air wager. We'll see about that.
Okay.
All right. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, the Hog Line Podcast, and subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts. Follow the show on Instagram at the Hog Line Podcast. Follow me on Instagram at Mitchell Manis. And where can they follow you guys?
Follow Brown Austin at AustinGP16.
There you go.
And you can follow me, Austin Carroll _.
All right. That's all, folks. Have a good one. Peace.
Peace.
See ya.